has been arrested in connection to several break-ins in the Brownsville and Smith Grove area. J.S. Mason, age 23, has been charged with criminal mischief, first degree, a Class D felony, after he was arrested in connection to several break-ins this past weekend, including here at the CB Food Store.
We did have it on video. We got the guy walking down the front of the store, and he went in behind this retaining wall, and then he came back out, and we could see him throw the rock through the glass.
Sin was also arrested in connection to break-ins in the Smiths Grove area, including Marigold Vintage, the Flavor Aisle, a doctor's office at Graves Gilbert Clinic, and Building Blocks Daycare. We'll have more on this story, including an interview with Smiths Grove Police Chief Jason Frakes later in this evening. Reporting in Brownsville, a Southern Kentucky mother and her boyfriend are now facing charges in relation to the death of her daughter. The Whitley County Grand Jury met earlier this month, and today the indictments they agreed to return were read in open court. Maura Smallwood died earlier this year in Whitley County. Police initially charged the mother's boyfriend, Jordan Taylor. Taylor, who was arrested after the 3-year-old died at the Corbin Hospital, was indicted on murder, sodomy, and strangulation charges. But right after that indictment was read, another was read for the mother, who was sitting in the front row of the courtroom.
In Kentucky, you have an affirmative legal duty as a parent to protect your children and keep them from harm. In addition to being a moral duty, it's a legal obligation. And parents that fail to protect their children from suffering consequences like this are liable for the crime as if they committed it themselves.
Commonwealth's attorney Ronnie Bowling says he has never seen a child abuse case like this one. He says there was evidence, and the grand jury agreed, that Ward took no effort to protect her daughter. Both Taylor and Ward will be taken to the Whitley County Jail. A Bowling Green man and woman were arrested and charged after an investigation revealed their involvement in the death of a teenager. Kiara Rose and Robert Watkins each face numerous charges, including second-degree manslaughter. According to the investigation, Rose had trafficked M30 fentanyl pills to the victim the day before they died. It was also determined that Robert Watkins was the one who sold the pills to Rose. Both Rose and Watkins were indicted by a Warren County grand jury last week. A full list of their charges is posted on our website, WBKO.com. An Easter weekend celebration turned to tragedy for one Logan County family who lost everything in a recent house fire. WBKO's Derek Parham spoke with the family to find out what we can do to help.
The family says that they were on their way to Tennessee with their 6 children to visit their grandparents for an Easter celebration when they received a call from the Russellville Fire Department letting them know that their home was fully engulfed in flames. John Murr and Courtney Young are now caring for their 6 children and 2 disabled family members from a hotel room while they search for a new place to call home.
We haven't had much luck with finding rentals that are big enough for us. I mean, we're both working, but with 6 kids, it's, when as soon as you get that paycheck, it's gone. So the main goal is to be able to get in somewhere new and kind of turn it into a home.
The cause of the fire is still unknown, and while the family members were able to escape any injury, unfortunately, 3 of their puppies were lost in the fire. An active GoFundMe is listed below and will be available on our website later on tonight to help with the family's efforts in finding a new home. Reporting in Russellville, Derek Parham, WBKO News.
Boy, it has certainly been a beautiful day, hasn't it? Good day to fly a kite. That's a good activity for the kids on these kind of spring days. Temperatures in the 60s, very comfortable, almost a little too dry for some folks out there, especially if you do have allergies. We're going to talk a little bit more about the allergens in the air coming up in just a few minutes here. But as we get that live look outside right now, this is a Russellville, and you can see the flag moving, the trees moving, probably that pollen flying around just a bit, and we are expecting those breezes to continue into the early evening hours, but much lighter winds on the overnight. 68 in Nashville. We've got 72 down there in Jackson, Tennessee, 63 in Somerset, a little bit cooler to our north in Louisville. We are at 63, Louisville, I'm sorry. Supposed to say it that way. 62 into Lexington. I'm still learning here. We do have those winds coming in from the west, generally around about 15 to 20 miles per hour, but Winds will get noticeably lighter. Those temperatures will be rather chilly as we head on later on tonight. But we're talking about even warmer weather in that extended outlook and a little bit of rain in there as well. That's coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, David. That was fun. U.S. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell is back at work on Capitol Hill today. The Kentucky Republican was recovering from a fall at a dinner event last month in Washington, D.C. He was treated for a concussion and a rib fracture before being released to an inpatient rehabilitation facility for physical therapy. And McConnell's announcement about his return, the 81-year-old said, quote, "We've got important..."
All right, we are talking about that forecast as we do look ahead over the next couple of days here. We do have a lot of sunshine, blue skies out there right now, but there are some changes. In the meantime, though, we are looking at a pretty nice stretch. We're going to get to that extended outlook, and even though it's Monday, we're looking into the weekend coming up after the break.
This stock market report is brought to you by the retirement planning specialists at Tony Walker Financial.
Back to our breaking news tonight. A large police presence on Plano Road off the Natcher Parkway due to a reported shooting. Sarah Phipps is live on scene. Sarah, what do you know?
Well, Gene, as of right now, the only information we have is that this is an active shooting investigation here on Plano. It looks like police have the Plano Road exit blocked all the way to Atlantis Way. I'm actually going to step out of the way to let you see the scene in front of me. So currently we have about 2 Med Center EMS, at least 1 Plano Fire Department. And I am counting at least about a dozen different police vehicles, from Kentucky State Police to Warren County Sheriffs. If you can see in the corner, they are congregated around this house. Things have been coming in and out. As of right now, no one has been loaded into any emergency vehicles, and I have not seen any arrests. We're going to continue this updating this story as details become available.
First Alert Weather is sponsored by Med Center Health.
Today, your forecast has really been all about the sunshine and that breezy wind. Of course, yesterday we had some drizzly conditions. We had a lot of clouds, but those clouds are gone, and so we get many views like this. This is out there in Glasgow at the courthouse, and we've got really sunshine for as far as the eye can see, and very dry air in place. When these dew points are in the 20s, that's indicative of some pretty dry air. If it's very humid outside, these numbers are normally in the 60s and even the 70s. We'll get to that during the summertime, but this time of year we can get the very humid air, and we can also get the very dry air, and it just so happens we're getting that, a nice cooler shot of air coming in from the north, and so that's keeping us nice and quiet across the area on Doppler Max. Not only do we not have any rain, really no clouds for the entire Bluegrass state here. Some high clouds start to scoot in during the day on Tuesday, and Future Max wants to throw in a shower. The thing is, if we'd see anything well outside of our area and even up towards the Louisville area, we are dealing with some fairly dry air, so there may just be a spit or two of rain if you're doing any sort of traveling for the day on Tuesday. Tuesday night, to those temperatures coming back down into the 50s. Tonight will likely be the chilliest night over the next few here, and then you can see on Wednesday we're still keeping things dry, and you can see those temperatures. Look at that, we're pushing well into the 70s, close to 80 degrees with a good solid southerly wind there. As we look ahead over the next 24 hours here, the tree pollen is certainly causing a lot of folks to do that sniffling, maybe have to take an extra dose of that allergy medication. Don't forget the sunscreen if you're going to be outside. Air quality, thankfully, that is on the low side. Temperatures right now, we do have 66 here in Bowling Green. Out there in Glasgow, we're at 64. 64 in Portland, and 64 down there into Springfield. As we look ahead to that Tuesday planner, temperatures making their way out of the 50s by 8 o'clock. We're going to start off right around daybreak. Temperatures in the lower 40s, so they're going to warm up very quickly. That's what happens when the air is very dry. It can cool down a lot at night, but then it can rapidly warm up during the day, and that's what we're looking at for tomorrow. So jackets for the kids as they're heading to the bus stop, coming on home, they can stuff that in their backpack, as we will be enjoying those very mild temperatures. Winds coming from the southwest at about 12 miles per hour. In terms of rainfall, as we do look ahead over the next couple of days, you can see how dry that forecast is, but as we head on into your Friday, that's going to be a better bet for rain as a cold front does get closer. Of course, your first alert weather team, we've got you covered. We'll keep an eye on any potential severe weather. Right now, not looking overly impressive, but you have a few days to go to really hone down on that forecast. And of course, you can download the First Alert weather app. Yeah, you get all of the information that you need from that forecast to any alerts that are out there. You can scan the QR code right there on your screen. Checking out that 7-day forecast. Over the next few days, that wind is definitely up out ahead of that cold front, but it will be dry on Thursday. Temperatures getting into the 80s. You can see those low temperatures, they're also on the milder side as well. Again, tonight we're slipping down into the 40s and 30s in a few isolated areas. By Friday, a few of those scattered showers, maybe some thunderstorms, getting cooler into the weekend. Doesn't look to be a washout on Saturday. A few showers lingering as that front moves on through. Sunday looks great, and then into next week, high pressure starts to build back in, and we get more sunshine.
Thank you, David. People from across Kentucky and the world helped make the birthday wish of a 7-year-old battling brain cancer come true. Levi has been receiving regular treatment from UK Clinic, and he wanted to get birthday cards from all over for his special day. In all, more than 13,000 cards were sent to Levi, along with other gifts like toys. Levi donated some of the toys to his friends at the UK Clinic. The 7-year-old has just completed his 6th round of chemotherapy and is feeling much better. Who doesn't love a sense of adventure, exploring a new place, or trying something you've never done before? One Kentucky woman is embracing the journey as she tries to visit all the counties in the state. Carla Preston has visited 6 of Kentucky's counties so far. The LaRue County teacher says she's archiving her adventures in her scrapbook.
We'll save less over time because of how the interest will compound. And she says you should definitely think about how much you'll need to save in order to retire comfortably.
And this could look like upping your retirement contributions. You could be decreasing your spending or starting to invest. But if you don't know how much you'll need to retire, you can actually find that out. So you can use a retirement calculator. We have one on nerdwallet.com, or you can even talk to a financial advisor.
Benson says focus on what you can control. While inflation can affect your retirement plans, those things aren't within your power to change. But you can decide if you should invest, what you should invest in, how much to invest, and when you should start investing. With this watch in your wallet, I'm Rachel DePompa.
Well, the weather this week is just going to get better and better
Yes.
and better.
It really is. We've got some ideal conditions over the next couple of days. If you like the sunshine, if you like to get out and maybe try to get a little early summer tan on, even though we're not in the summer season just yet, hey, you've got those opportunities to do so. Just make sure that you are protecting your skin. And we do notice that those temperatures, they are up there into the 80s as we go Wednesday into Thursday. By Friday, temperatures coming back down. We do have a cold front that will be working its way into the area. Some scattered showers and storms. Of course, we'll keep an eye on that. Could have some rain, maybe lingering on the weekend, but you'll notice those temperatures coming back down. So, Gene, we're taking that roller coaster ride that is April weather once again.
Well, I'm telling you, if we had known you were going to bring this kind of weather with you, we'd have got you in here a long time.
Right? I know. It's been a very nice stretch.
It has. All right. Thank you, David. Thank you all for joining us. That's it for WBKO News at 5. World News is next. Tell us about your hometown news. Go to WBKO.com.